What's new, crew? Welcome to the Homestead. Today we are hanging out in the kitchen. I have 3 things I want to get done today, hopefully relatively quickly because I have other things I'm really hoping to also get done today. But I want to get a freezer meal or 2. We're putting a lot of things in the freezer today. I have some leftover Thanksgiving ham I want to use up before it goes bad. How we're going to be doing that is we're going to be making scalloped potatoes and ham, which is one of our family's favorite meals. My husband and I are eating carnivore right now. We're probably going to continue that for the foreseeable future. However, my kids love this ham and scalloped potato dish. It's delicious. It works as a side. It works as a main meal with a little bit of sourdough bread and a vegetable if you so choose. I have some homegrown potatoes here we're going to be using up. I have reds and yellow potatoes. We are also going to be doing, last night I made a big batch of chicken noodle soup. I stored it in my garage overnight. Let me know if you do that in the Midwest as well. And I brought it in because it's slightly frozen, so I want to give it time to kind of warm up and thaw out. I'm gonna leave a little bit of it in the fridge for the kids so that they can either have it for dinner tonight or we can put it in lunch boxes tomorrow for, you know, Thursday, Friday dinner lunches. But the rest of it I want to put in the freezer, that way throughout the winter when it's not when you have 5 kids, when we all get sick, I can just take it out, put it in the crock pot and warm it up and thaw it out all at the same time, and it'll be ready for dinner or lunch or whatever. The third thing I want to do is, my mother-in-law called me a couple days ago and told me she was making a triple batch of the cutout cookie recipe that she has. She was making a little bit for my father-in-law who wanted some cutout cookies, and the rest of it she was going to be bringing over to my sister-in-law who needed some help making the cookie dough for her kids. And I very jokingly said, oh, well, if you're already making a triple batch, you might as well make, you know, double your triple batch and bring me some cutout cookie dough. And we laughed and it was funny. And then look what showed up at my door. Good old cutout cookie dough. So I don't have to make this, which is great. I want to cut this, I think, in half, maybe in thirds, because this makes a ton of cookies for this cutout cookie recipe. I've shared this before. If I can find the video where I make this cookie dough, I will link it down below. If I can't find the video, I will try to put this recipe down in the description box. If you look in the description box and the cutout cookie recipe is not there, just comment and I will send it to you, because I'm really bad at remembering those things, especially this time of year when I'm pre-filming videos so far in advance. Today's the 3rd for reference. So we're gonna get all these things done. We're filling the freezer with cookie dough for the holidays here, scalloped potato recipe, using up some things in the fridge, and getting some soup in the freezer for when we need it, when we are all super sick. So let's go ahead and get all these things done, and speed is the name of the game today, so let's go. I want to start with my cookie dough because that's going to be the easiest thing to get done. So I am very simply just going to cut this in half, put it in freezer Ziploc bags, and I'll probably bring everything out to the freezer all at once, just to make my life easier. So we'll package everything up and then put it all away at once. So I want a dough scraper, bench scraper rather. Okay, so this is our cookie dough. Just trying to think, do I want it in thirds maybe? I think I do, because this is a lot of cookie dough. That looks pretty good to me. I really debated keeping some of this in the fridge, but I just don't think I'm gonna get to it with the kids over the next couple of days. Like maybe this weekend we would, but I don't want to risk it. So I can always pull it out of my freezer if we decide to do them over the next couple of days. It's not that big of a deal, but I know I want some. We always do. I host a gingerbread making day with any of my nieces and nephews that want to come for that day. And when we do that, I like to have just a tray of cutout cookies for all of the kids to decorate. That way the kids can each decorate, you know, 3 or 4 cookies or something. And it's a whole lot of fun. So I want something for that. Plus I want some for my kids to do during Christmas break. We'll probably do that on Christmas Eve. And then maybe just a third one to do. And these last in the freezer for a while. And these don't have to be Christmas cutouts. I can pull these out for Valentine's Day and make some heart cutout cookies for the kids to decorate. Or whatever. So that's ready to go. While we're taking care of easy things, let's go ahead and knock this soup out of the way as well. These are all of our homegrown vegetables here. Carrots, the corn we bought locally, celery, green beans, a rotisserie chicken, some of my favorite chicken stock that we get from the Amish store near us, and some egg noodles. It's delicious. Really simple, really easy. I absolutely love making big batches of soup for this exact thing. I know some people can soups. Eventually, maybe I would do that, but to be honest, this just works for me right now. I planned on making some canned soups, but this is just the quick, easy, and dirty way to get it done. So it's better for me to have something than to have absolutely nothing. There's not a lot of broth in here because our noodles soak up so much of this broth. So when I'm reheating, I will just add some water and some more chicken base to this recipe when I'm heating it up. That's not an issue for me. I always have chicken soup base in my house, so I never have to worry about that. But just like that, we have about a gallon of soup for when we are sick this winter at my convenience. Yeah, baby? Not dinosaurs. So we're gonna add this to our cookie dough pile. The rest of this, I think I'm going to put, sorry, Blue. Okay, the rest of this I'm gonna put in a container, I think, so I can fit it in my fridge, because this big pot does not fit. Well, I'm already second guessing my choice here. I just want to have a little bit for the kids. If they decide they want to eat it for dinner tonight, that's great. If they decide they would rather have it in their lunch boxes, that's fine too. And same thing here, not a whole lot of broth, which is fine, but I can always add a little bit of water and some more chicken base when I'm heating it up, and it'll be fine. Okay, I think I've got a little bit of carrots and stuff stuck to the side of my pot here. I'm just gonna put it on the floor and let my dogs enjoy these carrots and stuff, because my dogs absolutely love this soup. I know it's crazy, but they absolutely love it. Carrots are good for them, so they're gonna enjoy this. Now this can go in the fridge, and this will act as meal prep for the rest of the week. Okay, so now we can get to the thing that's actually gonna take the most amount of time today, which is just our scalloped potatoes here. So this is my leftover Thanksgiving ham. It smells so good. What I'm going to do first though, our potatoes, and cut up our potatoes. Okay, so we're gonna get these washed, and then we will come back over here to start assembling our freezer meal. So this is really simple. All you're gonna do is slice your potatoes. Just try to make sure that they're all the same thickness so that your potatoes cook at the same rate. How I cook this is I put these in the oven at about 400, 425 until the potatoes are soft. It's really simple. I made this right after Thanksgiving, like the next day for the kids. Works really well, super easy, and it's always a crowd pleaser My kids really like it personally with either peas or green beans as a side and some sort of bread or roll or something to dip in it, because we're gonna make our own little kind of like scalloped potato gravy cheese sauce to put in here. And it's super simple. I love this meal because I get to use up something like my Thanksgiving, or yes, my Thanksgiving ham. I was gonna say turkey, but ham. You could do this with turkey too if you wanted. Some of our homegrown potatoes here, so it is a super great budget friendly meal and super filling for the kids. They absolutely love it. And like I said, it works really well as a side dish. If you wanted to use it as a side, it works really well as a main dish. I just like the versatility of it and the option of it. And heading into a really busy season, I'm gonna be really happy to have these. And I know I don't need a ton because like I said, my husband and I most likely are not going to be eating this meal. So I think I'm gonna make 2 of them. Other thing I really like about using 2 different potatoes, 100% not necessary. If I didn't have these box of homegrown potatoes, I wouldn't be doing that. I'd be using store-bought russets because that's what's cheap right now. But I really like that I have the versatility of 2 different types of potatoes in here because they're textured just slightly different and they taste slightly different. So it feels a little bit more, I don't really know how to describe it. I just enjoy that. Okay, that looks pretty good to me. Okay, I have one more potato that I washed, so I'll probably split this potato between both. Now what we are going to do is take out our leftover ham here, and we're just gonna start chopping it up. Some chunks, some slices, whatever you want. And we're gonna add this to what is going to be our scalloped potato. Sometimes I add in some diced or sliced onion in here. That's always a good option as well. I think it adds a lot of flavor. I don't think my kids like it very much though. I don't really know if they care. So I'm not gonna take the time to do that today because I just don't think they care that much, to be honest. And the cool thing about this, because we're making it ourselves, is you can add in as much or as little of everything that you want, which is great. If you don't have this ham, leftover ham, whatever, Walmart also sells ham chunks. I think they're right around $5 a bag. I would add that in here if I didn't have these right now, which is what I had done back in like our military days when we didn't have access to like local good ham or anything. And that works just as well, in my opinion. I also like to leave some of the fattier pieces of the ham in because it kind of renders down when we're baking these potatoes and it makes everything so much more flavorful. All right, how much more ham do I have in here? I only have one more piece here. I'm gonna chop this up and also just kind of add this in. You kind of see where I'm sitting for ham here. I like it to be pretty protein heavy, but that's just me. You definitely don't have to add that much. Like I said, as much or as little as you want. And then my dogs are so patiently sitting around me here. I think I'm gonna give them each a piece. Just because these are pretty packed with ham, so. Gentle. Thank you. I'm gonna go give Ghost this one. He's our American Eskimos. There's snow outside. That's where he lives basically all winter. So I'm gonna go give him this while he's outside. Finish this off. It is relatively simple. Add your seasonings that you want. I have not done that yet. We will do that in a second. Then you're just going to need milk, some butter, your cheese of choice. Sometimes I will do a splash of heavy cream, and sometimes if I don't have milk, I'll do all heavy cream and no milk. Pretty versatile. That's how I actually made it after Thanksgiving, because I ran out of milk because my kids are on a hot chocolate kick and I didn't have any milk in the house. So I used all heavy cream because that's what I had. So we're gonna add in some of our cheese here. Once again, use what you have. This is Colby Jack. I've used this with mozzarella, cheddar. I've even put Munster in here. It works just fine. So use what you have. That's what I like the most about these recipes, is just change out what you don't have for something that you do. This recipe is ridiculously forgiving. Okay, we're gonna do a splash of milk here. Sometimes when it's cooking, because I don't measure anything, I cook like your grandma. A splash of this, a splash of that, and I hope for the best. I put enough milk in here to cover the bottom of my pan here, just so that the potatoes have something to bake in. I'm gonna do a splash of cream because I have it. Then I'm gonna put maybe half a stick of butter in each of these, top them with my seasonings, wrap them in tin foil, and put them in the freezer for future use. These are done, and everything I wanted to get done is gonna be done today. How awesome is that? The quickest recap of everything we got done today. We bagged up some chicken noodle soup. We bagged up 3 things of cut out cookie base. Plus we got 2 scalloped potatoes and ham for the freezer. Thank you guys so much for hanging out on the homestead with me today in the kitchen, doing some very easy convenience items. I hope wherever you guys are, you're having a fantastic holiday season, and I will see you guys in another Vlogmas video.